So now we talk about the German manager of the England men's football team and whether Thomas Tuchel should sing the national anthem. In his first press conference since taking the role, Tuchel admitted he's still thinking about whether he's going to join in with the Three Lions in a rendition of God Save the King before kickoff.
It's a personal decision, first of all, if you sing it, and there were managers who sang it and others who didn't. I have not made my decision yet. I want to be very honest with you. Your anthem is very moving. The English anthem is very moving. I experienced it several times here at Wembley and even out with the players in a FA Cup final. So it was very touching. I will always show my respect to my new role, to the country, and of course to a very moving anthem. But as this is a new subject, I will take a little bit time for this decision.
Wow. I'm excited. I think we can win with this guy. I mean, I'm a British presenter. I'm obviously not an England fan.
You're in the minority here, you know.
So, OK, from a Welsh perspective, let's just think about this. Has the Welsh football team had a so-called foreign manager? I can't think.
Well, the last one...
Chris Coleman is Welsh.
Yeah, Chris Coleman, who's there now?
Bobby Gould?
I think in general, Welsh, but the rugby team, I know, have had fantastic men.
Warren Gatland.
Under. So you've had Warren Gatland and Graham Henry, who have become gods at different times. Warren Gatland's still sort of up there.
And is he expected to sing?
No. Well, I think they kind of vaguely go along with it.
Do they do what's called a redwood?
No.
OK, because we should see... So this is an absolutely iconic moment of the Conservatives' collapse in the 90s when the new Welsh secretary was forced to join in with the Welsh anthem. Brilliant. He ended at the right moment, in fairness.
Destroyed him. He got the nickname the Vulcan. And it was a friend of mine directing the cameras that day, and he spotted it and just zoomed in and held it. And when he went for the leadership, which he did a few years later, that's all they needed to do was play that, and it virtually destroyed his performance.
Yeah. Oh,
I think if that was John Redwood's only problem, then
yes,
he
were
got
other
off
things
lucky there.
No,
but I just
right.
think that will happen to Thomas. I don't speak Welsh, and I'm always really nervous about singing the Welsh national anthem because I know the Welsh national anthem, but you're always really aware that people are looking at you to see are you miming or pronouncing the words quite rightly. So no, I don't think the guy should have to sing.
Well, look,
respect, but not sing it.
No, but he's an incredibly cultured man. He speaks English better than most English people. He can certainly master the words "God Save the King." That's not the problem. The question is whether we, let's say we the English, should expect him to. Well, he's being paid a lot of money.
Yeah, I still don't.
How much do we say? OK, you can have an extra 100,000 per match if you sing the first verse.
If he comes to Wales, he should be singing it.
Well, exactly.
No, seriously, I don't think he should have to sing it.
No, well, he doesn't have to. Well, actually, no, hang on. Does he have to?
Do you know what I mean? If you're CEO of a big British company, or in this case, English company, then that does not go with the territory. It is a job. But I'm not a football fan, as may be obvious. But most people are. And I think if you're an England football fan and you think the guy who's actually driving your boys or your women in a different game to sort of something that is emotional as well as transactional, then you want to feel that they're part of the gang, don't you?
If I was him, his press person, oh gosh, what a great job that would be. I would say, Thomas, don't say anything about it until the day itself, and then let rip with the biggest blast
Sing your heart out.
of God Save the King or God Save the King that anyone's ever, and then people will love it.
Exactly.
God save our gracious King. I mean, people will love it. Let's see what Dennis in Portsmouth thinks. Do you think he should sing it because he's been paid to sing it?
Certainly don't, Jerry.
Right.
Definitely not. I don't think any of them should sing it.
Yeah. You don't think any of us should? No one should sing it.
Well, I never sing the national anthem. There's no need to. You hear the tune. You pay respect to the country that the anthem that is. You stand still. You run the words through your head. I don't sing the French national anthem.
No, it's true. If you're walking past the shop and you hear, let's say, the Greek national anthem playing, you don't stop, salute and join in, do you? So it's not an international law that you have to join in with every national anthem you hear.
Well,
but it is our national anthem, Dennis, isn't it?
It is our national anthem, but they don't sing the second verse, which is more informative.
Woof.
But I think we just need to hear the anthem played. It's only in fairly recent years have they gone in for all this singing.
You're right about that. You're right. We haven't seen. Thank you, Dennis. Wasn't Prince Philip abroad? I think he might have been in Greece, and they unleashed the full 6 verses of the and no one knows verses 4, 5, and 6, and it got into crushing people and all that.
Yeah, but his job is to get the England team to play football. We're not buying his patriotism.
Well, steady on, because you only get them to lift a finger if they believe in the project.
But
and they're now so busy with their clubs, these players. If they don't feel it, they're not going to deliver it.
Well,
I don't think.
Well, they need a shake then.
Well, you're right about that. I think they should bring the young ones in. Robin in Gloucestershire, hi.
Hi.
So Tuchel, can you imagine him singing God Save the King? What a sensation.
No, I don't see the problem. You know, our royal family is German, basically German. So just all together, we're all together. Do people not know anything about the history of our royal family?
No, not really. I mean, they changed their name from, was it Habsburg before or something? What was it?
Yeah.
So they changed it to Windsor because the First World War was inconvenient.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but look, that is 100. It's 100 years ago. I mean, we've now got a whole new generation of royals. William isn't German, Robin.
Well, I think if you looked at his DNA, it'd be very interesting, wouldn't it?
Okay, right. Well, then let's not think that we start singing the German national anthem. That would start to get crazy.
It is slightly odd, isn't it? Because it's essentially an anthem about being servile. Yeah. It's God Save the King. It's not a sort of rousing thing. It's not the Marseillaise. It's not Hen Lad van Hadde, which is all about, the country at one, sort of doing something together. There is something that says it's not about all of us. It's about one sort of super privileged person up there. So if you're Republican, not to mention if you're German, I would understand that you feel a little bit weird sort of singing God Save Our Greatest King.
And also, if we're going to pick about the words, send him victorious, the word victory is associated with warfare. Obviously, we don't want to mention the incident in the last century involving Germany, because we'll get into sort of Fawlty Towers territory. But, that is tricky.
Long to reign over us. You're
so
about to be the supreme athlete that beats all the other best people in the world, and you're talking about putting yourself down. It's not a rousing anthem.
He can't sing the line, I'm realising now, he can't sing Send Him Victorious in case it kicks off again.
But aren't we just overthinking all this? The guy is here to sort out the football, not to sing a song.
We specialise in overthinking. But in fairness, Lee Carsley, who is the British manager, albeit with Irish connections, deliberately didn't sing. And people got really cross about it.
Yeah.
Because in the end, there's not very many moments when you can enjoy being English, or particularly being English, actually. Even the flag and stuff that gets associated with the wrong people. So I'm not, this is not a monologue here, but I do think there's one moment when you can say, I'm English and proud, and that's when you're a football fan, and it's nice to see it, Everyone's gone quiet. Ian in North Ayrshire, you don't have to associate with the England football team, Ian.
This actually is insanity. Now, it's not the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, if he was going to sing an anthem, it would be his own anthem. He's there to win football matches for the English. And if he was to sing the national anthem, the English national anthem, everybody that was in the terracing would be laughing their sides off, because it would just hypocrisy. Why would you do that?
Oh, I don't know. I think people would love it. They would love him for it.
I don't think so, Jeremy.
You not think so? You think they say he was a hypocrite? Yeah. Well, he can listen. We're friends with Germany. He could be German and pro UK, Britain, England, whatever we are. There's not a problem with that.
Yes, there is.
Because you can't be two countries. You can't have dual nationality.
No. When you go to a football match, you want to beat out of the other team. You don't want to see them as friends. There was.
No, true. Okay, thank you. I mean, this country is weird, isn't it? Because when my daughters were small, they said, "What's the name of this country?" I honestly couldn't tell. UK, Great Britain, just Britain, England. At the time we were in the EU, I ran out of answers.
Yeah, so if we win the World Cup, Great Britain, we're English instantly enough.
Well, hang on. If the Great Britain doesn't enter it, obviously, so England, Wales, Scotland do. If Wales wins the World Cup, I'm going to be Welsh. Let's put it like that. I'm coming over.
And we'll adopt you.
Yeah, that's good. It's not necessarily likely in the imminent future, but it might happen. Scotland came close to, well, God, this is a nightmare, this item. Alexander in Aberdeen. Hello.
Hello.
So.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm just realising whenever I talk about football, I just become English, don't I, on screen, and I feel uncomfortable. But I do love watching it. So are you an England fan? I guess not.
No, what that Ian from Ayrshire said, he's there to manage a football team. He's not there to sing a choir.
But it's all about club and country. What are you playing for? What's the shirt? The team.
I don't see the problem at all. He's a manager, nothing else.
Yeah, I do think. We've been doing the item. I'm thinking send him victorious is problematic in the modern age.
Maybe he can't sing. Maybe he's tone deaf. Yeah. And if he's not, maybe that's what he should have said. You know, I'll be with him in spirit, but I'm tone deaf.
What would you do as a brilliant corporate communications guy? He takes you on. He says, Guto, the first big question is, do I or don't I? What would you tell him?
Authenticity is important. So if his heart's not in it, he shouldn't do it.
Okay.
Is the truth, no matter what the fans want.
But
he could let it be known that he's there and just find a diversion like he can't say.
Well, a diversion may be blowing his nose, I was thinking.
No, just stand respectfully and...
Because if you cover your mouth...
No, he's not going to do that.
Okay.
Overthinking.
You should actually say, I'm not Welsh, so I can't sing. That's what he should say.
Oh, I thought you said I'm not well. I thought that was...
I'm not Welsh, so I can't sing.
I'm not Welsh, okay.